So, msnbc is, I guess, being auctioned. Um, they've gone bankrupt, apparently. They're trying to be sold off because nobody watches them. It's kind of funny to see, like, the propaganda machine crash and burn. And apparently, CNN is on the ropes as well. Oh man. So the funny thing is Don Jr. floated the idea. This is yesterday's news, but he floated the idea to Elon Musk about him buying MSNBC, and apparently it'd probably be around, I don't know, a few billion, 5 billion probably to buy it. Obviously, if you was to go in there, you would just be firing everybody. It would be hilarious to take over the View. The View becomes like the most watched show. Joe Rogan's talking about he'll do Rachel Madhow's segment once a week. He'll wear the glasses and lie just like she does. So hilarious. The funniest thing would be is if he brought on Alex Jones. All of a sudden, InfoWars goes nationwide. Just like, who cares about InfoWars? The Alex Jones show, the War Room, they become on a national syndicate. That would be hilarious. And I hope that happens. I will laugh so hard. That would just be so amazing to see Alex Jones on a national program. He's got his own national program. And you probably see Tucker Carlson have his own show, Megyn Kelly have her own show. Like, there's a lot of good, a lot of like exposure of the propaganda that could happen. And I think that, it could wake a lot of people up who are still entranced in the brainwashing machine of the New World Order, the WEF, these people. Funny thing is, I'd said something to Ed Krasinski about, he's talking about universal basic income, and I said, we basically already have that with welfare, but we need to go capitalism hardcore to innovate, so we can create the technology so we can go to an age of abundance. Even though, like, compared to the past, we are in an age of abundance. The problem is we have to rely on human labor, which can turn into slave labor, just like what China does. They don't have those nets that protect people from hitting the ground for no reason. These people hate their lives. They hate having to work like they do for nothing. It's inhumane, and the people who are like spew communism, these people don't understand human nature at all. They're basically robots. It's so funny to see people with like all these degrees act like they're so intelligent and so much smarter than you, when it's just like, dude, like, you're not. You don't have any common sense. Sure, you can memorize a whole book, whatever. Good for you, man. Like, swell job. You're a great conformer. Good for you, man. You'll do great in corporate world. So, and that's all it is conforming. If you want to know how to move up in your company, conform. Don't outshine your boss. Yeah, don't ever outshine your boss. always maintain a good relationship with them. Seem like you're smaller than them. Don't ever try to overstep your boundaries. Anyway, so I think that would be amazing if he bought it. I don't know if he's going to, but because he's got X, and I think that the NFL is coming to X, and that's going to be pretty crazy. We don't need cable no more. We have the internet. So you definitely can remold stuff, reconfigure things for sure. 100%. It doesn't have to, like, just because you have the msnbc broadcast network doesn't mean that it just has to be on cable. It could just, you can use the internet too, you know, like, another big thing is they're talking about making Google sell Chrome, which I think they need to make them sell YouTube. That's the problem, is YouTube. You can't have YouTube, I don't think that anyone can buy YouTube though. You know what's this is what pisses me off about the Republicans is they're not like going in, they're not like conforming any pacts. They're not, using their money like these rich Republicans for like to buy out these infrastructures. They don't do anything. They just sit on their hands and they wait for some other people to do something. And it's like, dude, you have so much money. Why are you not buying up these industries and reconforming them? Like, what are you doing with this woke crap? This is, and to see like what it's looking like is we're gonna basically have the same thing as we had in 2016. There's not gonna be any big changes, it's like Trump took a deal or something. Like Matt Gaetz, they're not gonna accept Matt Gaetz, like the Republicans, or cucks in the Senate. Like, seriously, if you're not working with Trump, then get the fuck out of here. Seriously. If you're working against Trump, get the fuck out of here, you fucking piece of shit. Like, this is what happened in 2016. They just worked against Trump. Why don't we have a wall on the southern border? Well, I guess our Congress decided it would be better to go ahead and spend $500 billion on illegals than a couple billion on a wall to keep them out. Amazing how they could come up with these billions for Ukraine and Israel, but they don't give a shit about our southern border. Republicans too. It's not just the Democrats, it's also the Republicans. These Republican pieces of shit. I would love to primary these people, these Democrats and these Republicans. I don't have the support. I don't have the following. I'm just a regular person on the internet. If I did have support, I would definitely go after these people with my clout. And people would know who I am before they would know who I'm primarying. Most people don't know anything about, like, these politicians. Like, a lot of these people don't use their clout in the right way. You don't even need money. Like, you don't even need money to win elections. You could win elections on clout alone. You don't have to go door to door. If you have a big enough following, people spread your message, they spread what you're saying, you're golden. You don't need this, like, ground game like we did in the past. I think that a person could win the presidency based off a write-in. It is possible. If they were popular enough people wrote him in, it's definitely a possibility. But yeah, it's just it's funny to see the propaganda news network take a nosedive. It's funny to see like the New World Order crashing and burning because they don't have anything. They're not like, they talk about, oh, 15-minute cities, this and that, but like we don't see them. Like, where are they? I don't see them. What I see is a bunch of bullshit. That's what I see out of them. Like Klaus Schwab, one of my favorite books, The Fourth Industrial Revolution. He wrote a couple books that I read that I really enjoyed, actually. And then to see him turn off of what he used to support, which he's like, well, there will be a problem with gun control. There'll be a problem with freedom of speech. That could be a problem. So like now he wants guns banned, and he's for censorship, which he wasn't at that time and when he wrote the books. So he's like flipped his script. But like they don't have anything. Like Eat the Bugs and what pods? Like where are the pods at? Like be in your pod and eat the bugs and you'll be happy. Like you won't own anything, you'll be happy. It's already like that in America. You don't own anything. Like you don't own your house. You still have to pay on it. You still have to pay taxes on the house that you've already paid taxes on to buy in the first place. Isn't that crazy? You got to pay property taxes on something that you've already been taxed on. Talk about theft. Whoever thought about property tax is a fucking piece of shit. What's the point to own property? What's the point to own property if you're just gonna if you have to get taxed on it every year? There's no point. So like if you're getting taxed on your property, then you don't own it. And that's a straight up. The government owns it. So property taxes need to go. They're a huge thing that need to go bye-bye.